So guys, we can know that all this thing is doing that people are actually watching him. So people have come out to say that all this things Wike is doing to Tinubu, all this friendship, trying to please Tinubu, is a plan and a scope to use and betray him during the forthcoming election. That he will come and contest against Tinubu the coming election. That all this is doing is a plan, because what he has done in Rivers State shows what Wike is capable of doing. Wike ran Rivers State for 8 good years and now he's done. And he's still planning to continue Rivers State even where they have governor. That is the level Wike goes. He tries to control everybody he has on his power. That's his plan. People have come out to warn Tinubu and tell him that he should be aware of Wike. He should be aware of Wike, but Wike is capable of turning against him in the forthcoming election and run against him as the president of Nigeria. That he should be careful. Let me allow you guys watch this video.
So we don't want to go with the impression that the government in Abuja, the federal government and the president, is giving tacit approval to what Wike is doing as a minister. I have said it severally. The president has no business to listen to Wike. You have given him a job. You have rewarded him for the manipulation he did in Rivers. We have let it go. But he should not put fire in Rivers that will affect your office as president. If the problem is about 2027, the person you should do business with is Fubara. He's the man on seat. You know it, Mr. President. You have been there for 8 years. You are the most experienced politician to become president. So you should understand it more than I do. If you don't know, Wike will contest against you, President Tinubu, in 2027. Take it to the bank. All that he's doing, forget about all these razzmatazz in Abuja. Yes, he has done well. He will run against you. He will run for president. He will leave your office. He will leave that office end of 2025 or early 2026 to prepare for his presidency. Why do I say so? I have on record 26 speeches made by Wike which showed commitment. He had failed in all. So your own, President Tinubu, will be my case. That will be another regret he will tell Nigerians. I know what I'm saying. I know Wike very well. And he knows me very well. Wike will run against you in 2027. He should not destroy this democracy. Whether you did something to bring Fubara or that is your business. That thing was done in the dark. Why do you want to clean the stomach of a cow in the public? That's between you. Go inside and do it. There is always peace in Rivers until the Abuja group moves in on a weekend. The place will be hot until Sunday. When they go back, there will be peace. So what I'm saying is the FCT minister should face his work here. He should not ignite a crisis in Rivers that will consume all of us, including Abuja. And why I'm saying this is because everybody will be affected. When we fought for this democracy, when I was young, when I was in the trade union, my group, Wike was nowhere to be found. These are people who benefited from this democracy because of relativity to time and space. Today, somebody like him is now seeing himself as the god of Nigeria. He can abuse anybody, he can say anything, he can talk anyhow. You heard what he said about a senator representing FCT, a woman that is 70. He has no respect. He said worse things against Odili and Justice Mary Odili. Now he's facing the woman. She wants us to be friends. The woman said, I have never met you. The nearest I met you was in the Senate committee, and you sat the other side of the table. Who would want to be your friend anyway? I will make sure that she doesn't return to... Who are you to decide whether Ireti will return as senator in FCT or not? It is the FCT voters that will decide that. Anyway, that day of election, you will be in Rivers fighting for your own presidential election. Abuja voters will decide who should go to the Senate, not you, Wike. You cannot decide that. You cannot decide that. You are too little to decide who will be senator in Abuja. Abuja voters, they know where to go. They may decide to change the rating not because of you. They may decide to return her, it's not because of you. But please, act with decorum and respect. We know you have deep pockets. And that's what the consequences, one of the consequences of it. When a young man gets into a place and there's too much money in his pocket, he can abuse his father, abuse his mother. Leave Rivers State alone. Mr. President, we should be careful with Rivers. It may consume us and this democracy. Take it to the bank.
I don't think someone like Wike should be in a position right now because of the harm and damages he has caused. Do you know how many people that Wike have publicly disgraced? When I'm talking about people, I'm talking about political leaders that Wike are publicly embarrassed. Let's talk of Peter Odele and his wife that Wike dragged in a public space, and now he had the effrontery to tell a senator that she should not bother coming to run again in the forthcoming election. Does this mean that Wike has a power over the INEC, or does it mean that Wike has a power that is very, very high than even the court of law in Nigeria? Because these are the things we see on social media and we keep quiet. Wike has done more harm. Even that statement he made should have questioned the government if this is a person that meant to be in the position. Imagine Wike coming out to say that if someone is senator for that matter, we should not bother coming again to run for election, that he will make sure that she will lose because he's the FCT minister of Abuja. Let's talk about the one he's doing in university right now, where his own lawyers defected from party to party and lost their seats, but yet Wike is still fighting to make sure that they go against the rule of law, which states that if anybody defects from the party that gave him power, the person's seat is declared vacant, but yet they are trying to go against the rule of law. Why? These are also the things we see and we question whether this country is being governed by any law, because the rate that leaders fail to follow these laws shows a bad sign of our government. Because you can't be a leader and you are failing the law and then you expect those that you are leading to also follow the law. Leadership is by example, you lead by example, that's how it is. So I think Wike should be cautioned. And also this is a message to the Tinubu, which we heard from the video that the man said that this is actually going to be a scope or a means of Wike to betray Tinubu in the forthcoming election, because the Wike we know is always power driven. He likes power like anything, so he's capable of betraying Tinubu to run for presidential candidate in the coming election. And this is doing it just to buy people. You know how he has been doing it. He buys the law, he buys those people, he buys votes. So these are his plans, and I think he has been exposed. And Tinubu should be very careful on how he works with this kind of person, because they are always betrayers. They will betray you at the end. See what he's doing to put Governor Fubara. We all know how close they were before he became the governor of Rivers State. And now they are now enemies. He's now fighting all means to impeach Fubara. Why? Because Fubara is not following your footsteps. He's not following your laws. He's not doing what you ask him to do, which on a normal sense is wrong. But Fubara, we know, is a man of value. He follows the rule and the constitution. And now we are fighting him because he is not following your own rules, which is not the rules of Nigeria and it's not in the constitution of Nigeria. These are questions that need to be asked. Why is he still in power? Because he has been abusing power. We know what he did in Abuja, where he was demolishing buildings and sealed and boldly made a statement that this property is bigger for an Igbo man to own it. You imagine the audacity and effrontery. So guys, I'll let you guys in this video. Any of your views in the comment section. I'll leave you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay tuned, guys.